Hi, hello friends. This is Sahasra Rapaka from Care Model High School, Tilak Nagar, Hyderabad. Today I am going to tell about Pingali Venkaya. Pingali Venkaya Garu is also known as Diamond Venkaya, Patti Venkaya or Cotton Venkaya. He was born on August 2nd, 1876 to Hanumanta Rayudu and Venkata Ratnamma at Batlapenumar in the Divi Taluk in Krishna district, Andhra Pradesh. This village happens to be located in a region formerly known as Masulipatnam. This region is now called Andhra Pradesh in the present day. After finishing his primary education at Challapalli and Hindu High School at Machilipatnam, he went to Colombo to complete his higher education. Venkaya was not only a freedom fighter but a staunch Gandhian educationist, agriculturist, geologist, linguist and writer who is remembered for his contributions to India's freedom struggle. While he was in Africa, he met Gandhi and their connection lasted for more than half a century. He worked as railway guard due to his patriotic zeal, however, did not permit him to stagnate in a permanent job, and his quest for education took him to Lahore, where he joined in the Anglo-Vedic College and learned Japanese, Urdu and history. From 1906 to 1911, Pingali Venkaya spent most of his time researching staple varieties of crops and came up with a study on a special variety called Cambodia cotton. With the British rulers taking notice of his study, Pingali Venkaya came up to be known as Patti Venkaya, literally Cotton Venkaya. He was an authority on diamond mining in Andhra Pradesh and was popularly known as Diamond Venkaya. He was very knowledgeable in geology and obtained a doctorate in geology. Returning to Machilipatnam, he spent 5 years, that is from 1916 to 1921, researching flags of 30 countries and finally came up with the present tricolor. However, the flag of the Vande Mataram movement is sometimes thought to be the antecedent of Venkaya's tricolor. Apart from the beginning, freedom fighter Pingali Venkaya happens to be a great educationist in his village. He credited for his efforts of spreading literacy in his village. For this, Pingali Venkaya went a step ahead and established a school in Machilipatnam. The village was deeply thrown into the shackles of poverty and inhabitants were mostly uneducated. The story of our national flag. While serving in the British Army in South Africa, an incident left a mark on Venkaya's mind. The soldiers were asked to salute the Union Jack, the British national flag. Though Pingali Venkaya saluted the flag at the time, his patriotic sentiments were severely hurt and he decided something had to be done. This incident and Gandhi's fight for India's independence turned Venkaya into a freedom fighter. He was enthusiastic about flags and after returning to India, he devoted his time to designing flags that could bind the entire nation as one and be adopted as the national flag of independent India. It would be a national flag for the country. In 1916, he published a booklet on flags. The booklet was titled A National Flag for India. It contained 24 designs of flags. Later, when he met Gandhi in Vijayawada, he showed him him the booklet. Gandhi was pleased to see the design and acknowledged the need for a national flag. So he asked Venkaiah to design a fresh one at the National Congress meeting held in 1921. Initially, Pingali Venkaiah designed the flag featured saffron and green colors only. However, later it was redesigned and the third color, white, was introduced along with a spinning wheel Dharma Chakra at the center. Finally, in 1931, the Indian National Congress officially adopted this flag as our nation's flag. On July 22, 1947, the Constituent Assembly embraced the Indian flag with 3 trips and Ashoka Chakra in the middle. Consequently, the tricolor flag of the Congress Party ultimately became the tricolor flag of independent India. Pingali Venkaiah last days before death. During his last days, Pingali Venkaiah was so deeply rooted in poverty that his family could not garner the financial expenses needed to provide him medical aid on time. So poverty became one of the reasons why he could not prolong his survival for long. Gandhian Pingali Venkaiah lived in poverty all his life, and even before his death in 1963 in a hut in Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. He died a miserable death on 4th July 1963 at the age of 86. The government, which had so much of praise for him for designing the national flag, had long forgotten its hero. The people of his village, who had been empowered by his means of education, forgot him in his last days. No financial aids from the government or the people who know him helped him in the last days of his existence. Thus the man who designed the national flag became lost in the pages of history of our country. There is not even a memorial in his hometown, Machilipatnam, to the man who made such an important contribution to the nation. Recognition. Pingali Venkaiah was posthumously honored with a postage stamp in 2009 for his contribution to the Indian freedom struggle. In 2014, his name was also proposed for the Bharat Ratna. In 2015, the Urban Development Minister M. Venkaiah Naidu had renamed the AIR Vijayawada after Venkaiah and unveiled his statue on its premises. Further, the Andhra Pradesh government has also requested the Centre of confer the highest civilian honor Bharat Ratna to Pingali in recognition of his contribution to the nation. Books on Pingali Venkaiah. There are 2 books written on the late freedom fighter Pingali Venkaiah. First one is Jatiya Pataka Rupa Shilpi Pingali Venkaiah, written by Venna Vallabha Rao. And the second one is Pingali Venkaiah, written by Apurva Srivastava. India is a country that has many unforgotten heroes on its list. Many unsung heroes who contributed in a large for the welfare of the society, and their efforts are long forgotten by government and people. Respect our leaders and great legends like Sri Venkaiah Garu and do pass this to the coming generations. This is our rich heritage and do pay homage to the great. We all need to at least remember these leaders for their great sacrifice. We missed his death anniversary, which was on July 4th, but let's pay homage to him on his birth anniversary, that is on August 2nd, or else we cannot forgive ourselves. This tribute to all the greats who helped us to be what we are and gain independence. Thank you. Jai Hind.